On 13th September 2020 at 11:30, we are going to discuss steroids nomenclature. Dear students, greetings. In the last lecture, we have discussed with the steroids therapeutic uses, along with it the basic ring structure, that is the cyclopentanoperhydrophenanthrene we have discussed. Now in the today's lecture, what we are going to do is the basic ring chemistry, and along with it we will discuss the after nomenclature the few of the examples also. We are going to uh, you know we'll have some examples of it. Now, as you can see, the therapeutic classes done with, and the basic ring structure, that is cyclopentanoperhydrophenanthrene, this also we have done with. The basic ring structure is having 4 rings, then it's a perhydrophenanthrene and a cyclopentane all together that is coming. This we have done with the last lecture. Now, today we are going to discuss with the nomenclature of steroids. Now, as you can see here, if you can see this, the one which I have drawn with green part, this is a dark line. This dark line, we call it as a ring juncture, or this also can be called as the backbone of steroids. Why? Because see, this A and B are fused here, B and C are fused here, and C and D are fused here. These things or these parts we are calling it as the ring junctures or backbone. Now, while giving the numbering, we will always begin with ring A first, then we will move to the ring B. Now you see, this is the ring A. In the ring A, this carbon is 1, 2, 3. Likewise, this way we are going 4 and 5. Once we come to this 5, we are proceeding with the ring B, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now ring A and B both are done with. Now the numbering snakes around the ring C. This is 10 is done with. So this part is 11, 11, 12, 13 and 14. Again, no need to number here because it's already been numbered 8. Now after this 14, this will next to the ring D, 14, 15, 16 and 17. Please take care that after 17 here, we are not going to number this as 18. The number 18 will be given to the angular methyl group. Please check this. This one is the angular methyl group. These two are the angular methyl group. So once we numbered A, B, C, D ring, thereafter we will number first this 18 as the angular methyl, and then 19 again it's a angular methyl. 18 and 19s are done with, then we are moving to 20. That means the carbon number 17 is attached actually to carbon number 20, and thereafter the entire nomenclature we are going to give. Now let us have a few of the examples. Now we will see few of the rule and then few of the examples of giving the nomenclature, IUPAC nomenclature of steroidal ring. As you can see here, please check the screen. Now here what it is said, that the groups which are above the plane of the nucleus, we call it as the beta configuration. Please understand. Now this is the 5th position. At this 5th position, if I am drawing like this, so this would be the solid line. If it is solid line, now here it is, proton is attached. If the proton is attached here at the 5th position, the groups above the plane, that we are going to make it as or understand as beta configuration. So this would be the beta proton. Instead of this beta proton, if we consider the group below the plane of the nucleus. So that will be denoted as dotted line, and that would be the alpha configuration. Now, how the alpha configuration? Now check this. Now, if I make it as a dotted line and a proton, so this would be the alpha configuration. So that means if the group is present below the ring, below the plane of the nucleus, then we call it as the alpha configuration, and if it is present above the plane of the nucleus, then we are calling it as a beta configuration. If that is completely unknown, in that case we will write that with the wavy line. Now suppose like this, suppose at the fifth position, you check this. Now if I draw like this, make a wavy line and a proton, that means whether the group is below the plane, that is alpha configuration, or whether that group is above the plane, that is beta configuration, that is unknown. However, make this very clear, the next point what I am going to discuss with you, the configuration of proton at C5. Always remember, the configuration of proton at C5 is always indicated in the name of that particular steroid. Second thing, second rule I'll tell you, and thereafter we will have some of the examples. Now, if double bond is non-sequential, what is that non-sequential? I'll discuss in one of the example. Then the carbon, both the carbon need to be indicated in that nomenclature. And if a particular methyl group is absent in the structure, then that particular structure is denoted as a nor, norepinephrine. That you know, that nor refers to the that particular methyl group is absent in it. Now I have told you that suppose the you check this, that is how you are going to nomenclate about the double bonds. Okay, now before taking this first example, please check this. Now you understand what is alpha and what is beta. Fifth position, you are supposed to mention it in your nomenclature, that is done with. Now this particular structure is having 17 carbon in it. If it is 17 carbon, that ring we are going to denote as guanine. Guanine is nothing but the C17. 17 carbon atoms are there. Now suppose 18 means one additional carbon atom is there. So check where this 18 position. At 18 position you are finding one carbon additional to the guanine. So that particular compound we call it as the esterane. So 17 guanine, 18 esterane, and now next is 19. 19, where is the 19? This is 18, that is the angular methyl group, and this is 19 angular methyl group. So that means one additional carbon in it. So that is the 19. So if the 19 carbons are present, that we are going to denote as a androsten. 17 guanine, 18 eastern. Who is 18? That is the angular methyl group, and C19 is the androsten. Who is androsten then? And where is that 19th carbon? That is the, this is the angular methyl group. So that, so 17 guanine, eastern, androsten, pregnine. Pregnine is 21. 21 carbon atom. We are calling it as a pregnine. Okay. Now check this structure. Now in this particular structure, if you can see in the orange box, the we have to check how many carbon atoms are there. 17 are there, and plus 1 here where I have made a circle. So altogether 18 carbons are there. So if it is 18, 18 means esterane. So that this will be estra, eastern ring. So that is estra. Then the double bond counting. How we are going to do? So this is 1, 2, 3. 3 double bonds are there. Now first double bond is in between first and second carbon. So that I'll put only 1. Estra 1. Then the next double bond is 3 and 4. So that is 3. But the third double bond is present between the 5th carbon atom and the 10th carbon atom. If the double bond formed is non-sequential, in that case you are supposed to mention it, that which carbon are connected with the double bond. So that means extra done. 1 1 2 we are having that double bond. 3, that is at the 3 4 having double bond, and the next would be 5 in bracket 10, means the double bond is between 5 and 10, 10th of the carbon. So how many double bonds? 1 2 and 3. So extra 1 3 5 10. Trine, trine is 3 double bond, trine. Thereafter check the at the position of 3 and at the position of 17 we are having the alcohol group in it. So that is the 317 beta. What that beta refers? Beta refers to, now you know that what the beta refers. Check here, beta is referring what? The solid line beta refers to the groups are above the plane. So that means both the OH group are above the plane. So that the final nomenclature, what is the final nomenclature for this particular compound? That would be the estra 1 3 5 10 trine 317 beta diol. So this would be, this is the female sex hormone, uh, the particular estradiol. This is the nomenclature of it. Now we will see few of the other examples also, so that you will come to understand as well. Now see, 17 guanine, 18 estrine, 19 androsten, 21 pregneine, and 27 is cholesterol. Cholesterol. Now 27 is like this. Have you observed one thing, that the whenever it is said to be 21, above the 21, in that case it is nothing but the same number we are going to continue. Check this, 17 connected to 20, thereafter 21 22 23 24, and whatever the side chain, that we are going to write in the same line. So this is cholesterol C27, but please check, it is alpha configuration. Means what? The fifth position carbon attached to the hydrogen by the alpha, that is below the plane. Understand? So that now first example we have done with, that is the class 2, that is estrane. Example is estradiol. Now class 3, that is the androsten, that is the example is the testosterone. Now I have drawn here the testosterone. Now if you check the testosterone, 17 carbon, then this 18 and this one is 19. So 19 refers to androsten. Okay, now check this again, 17 beta hydroxy. This is 17th position. This one is the 17th position, and to this 17th position one hydroxyl group is attached. So 17 beta hydroxy 4. 4, why 4? Check, 1 2 3 and 4. At fourth position, here it is a double bond. Got it? So it is a 4, and again the 4 is connected to 5 only, so that no need to mention 5. 4 androsten, that ene refers to double bond, right? So 17 beta hydroxy 4 androsten, and at the third position it's a ketone, so that the 3 one. So that if I want to write the IUPAC nomenclature of testosterone, testosterone is a male sex hormone, testosterone, so that would be the 17 beta hydroxy 4 androsten 3 one. So this is the way you are supposed to write the nomenclature, is most important thing. So this may be asked in your examination as well. That is, the nomenclature will be given, and find out what that the common name for that steroid ring, or a ring has been drawn in that, and you have to write the nomenclature of it, or in the nomenclature a particular part is missing and you are supposed to write that what the number is by looking at the structure of it. Then the class 4 is, you know, that is the after this one is the pregnane. Now in case of pregnane, so that is the example would be the progesterone. Okay, check this. This is the progesterone. Progesterone. So 21 number of carbons, right? Now in this progesterone, let us see, it's a pregn. So pregnant ring is there. So it's a pregnant ring. So pregn, 4 in, check, 1 2 3 and 4. At the fourth position, double bond is there. So it's pregn, 4 in. Then at the third position, this is the third position, this is third position, 320, 20 is here. So 320 dione. At 20 position again keto group is there, and at the third position also the keto group is there. So that how I will write the nomenclature of progesterone, that is the pregnant ring, 4 in, fourth position double bond is there, 320 diamonds 2 on. So pregn, 4 in, 320 dione, and the fourth class is the cholesterol. Cholesterol, 27 number of carbon atoms. Example would be the cholesterol. So this particular structure you are seeing here is a cholesterol. What it is? Cholest means cholesterol ring. Cholest, 5 in. Check, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the fifth carbon. Fifth and sixth. So that no need to mention fifth and sixth, only 5 will do. Cholest, 5 in, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 beta. Beta is what? Above the plane. Above the plane. OL is alcohol. So the nomenclature for this particular ring would be the cholest, 5 in, 3 beta ol. Okay, so that this is the way you can nomenclate the various steroidal ring. Please do practice so that you will be understanding that how to nomenclate the ring structure. In the next lecture, we will discuss about the basic chemistry and especially the stereochemical aspect of steroid. That is most interesting part in the steroidal ring. Till then, thank you.